Why, hello there, friends, and welcome to Chemically Bonded. Now, this is a game I've been looking forward to for a long time, and it is created by DS Sands. Actually, you can see at the bottom, aka the creator of Sounds of Her Love, the free visual novel that we played a while ago that everyone loved, even though DS Sands is like, I don't think it was that good. I know, I see you. I've heard you tell me that before, but everyone loved it, so, but this is, the next creation, and it's been in development for some time. It was kickstarted a while ago. I forgot, it's been a while. It even got delayed a couple times from release date, which is fine because honestly, if delays don't really bother me, to be honest. If the more a game's delayed, the better it's gonna be. That's how I see it. But yeah, so we're finally here. English voice acting. Thank God. That means I don't have to talk that much. Even though I'm going to. And yeah, let's just jump in, have a good time. I'm expecting a lot of fun, so oh Jesus. Well, let's look at the they got this cool little menu thingy. Next page for the galleries. You can like go through your scenes and stuff, I'm assuming. Finish both girls good end? Oh Jesus. Wait a minute, that there's bad ends? It's over. It's over. Might as well just jump on in. Oh, there was a thing that I wanted to see. Yeah, I didn't understand this. I don't know what this means. But yeah, let's go back. I don't know how the sound's gonna be. You already know. It's the start of a series. Sound levels are always wonky on the first time, or they're perfect. Let's jump in. I am ready. Oh, I know Carrie's in the game, or as I would call her, Sari. I'm gonna still call her Sari. Rip you guys. This place. What does it mean to me? Am I tired of it? Around me, the motion of time continues in the same rhythmic fashion day by day. Is it ever going to change? Maybe. I don't know. Asking myself, I can only succumb to giving no answers. Damn it. Of course, the answers are there before my eyes, those which watch them diligently as they pass without notice. I'm here for an education, quote, right? Part of me feels like that might be the answer. Following the same path as everyone around me. Living life nonchalantly, oblivious to the outside world. I like how it's got the little credit things as we go along. I don't know, I like that. Being a student, it's a life not many would consider special, despite us wanting to believe so. It's not, but here in this place we define ourselves as individuals. A place where memories are made, where we form the bonds with those closest to us. Is that what this place means to me? ... One could say that being here is what makes us human. Coming here is to be taught... What the hell did I just... Coming here to be taught what it's like to have ambition, to find our dreams. I wouldn't consider myself to be one of those people. With no clear aspirations, finding something like that would be nice. Maybe in the end, that's what this place is to me too. We're getting like really, really real here right at the start, huh? I just haven't found what I'm looking for. All I found is my creaky desk, my creaky headset, my creaky fucking everything. Write your forename on the chalkboard. Can I just... I didn't even know I can make a name. My forename is Scott. Is it gonna let me do a a thingy, another thingy. Well, don't know why. You know what? No, we're going back. The return. Lift it. Thank God it let me go back. I didn't think it was going to let me go back. Scott Jerkoff at your service. Lifting my hand away from the chalkboard. Oh, it even says it in the back. All that's left is my name etched neatly in white on the otherwise blank canvas. Being able to start again as a transfer student sounds like more than just a dream. Having the opportunity to make new connections, to making a new impression of myself rather than having to be the me everyone's had the chance to know over the last 3 years. If I were to describe it, fun would be the word that'd come to mind. If luck were on my side, who knows? Maybe I'd meet a shy girl on the way to school under the guidance of fate. We did that in the last game. Or perhaps I'm just overthinking it. Something like that seems too cliched. Nevertheless, standing here in the bliss of thought, working against what it was I'm supposed to be doing doesn't make my situation any better. Cleaning duty is something we're all tasked to do at some point. But given the amount of dust and grime laced across the room, I don't feel as though those before put that much effort into it. You know they just fuck around. It fucking says it in the back. God damn it, I love it. The tradition, or more so the will of learning life skills, seems to have died off around here. Scott Jerkoff, the return. Maybe this wouldn't be such a pain in the ass if I wasn't the only one here. Crying out loud to the empty room, the delicacy put into writing my name on the board is quickly erased by the desire to get out of here as soon as possible. Damn it. I was hoping you would be there for the entire game. I just wouldn't have wanted to see Jerkoff in the background. I would have finished by now if the person who had the ingenious idea to skip out actually decided to turn up. It's not as if they didn't know that the job requires more than one person. If I knew who they were, I'd have something to say. But I'm not the type of person to go out of my way to confront them because I'm scared. I'm a baby man. That, and I can't recall who it was anyway. I wipe away the dust, settle along the edge of the bookshelves, leaving the stray speckles to glisten in the now setting sun. Oh, do we have we could just get a feather duster? That's what I have. I have a feather duster. Don't judge me. Sounds of those engaged in club activities resound throughout the school grounds. All that's left now is to mop the floor, and my responsibilities as janitor can be passed on to an unfortunate classmate tomorrow. Perhaps they'll be lucky enough to have company, unlike me. Weaving through the desks scattered across the room, the trip to the supplies cupboard is nothing but a short one. Swinging the door open, the scene before me presents a sight of emptiness as I remain still, clutching the door's handle. At this point, giving up doesn't seem like a bad idea, but the part of me is still engrossed in getting the job done seems to say otherwise. I may as well scout for a mop and bucket elsewhere. Given the apathy our class has towards cleaning, finding a spare set in another room wouldn't be a bad wager. Alright. God, always gotta clean everything by myself. Could have had someone to help, but they didn't want to clean today. I make my way out of the classroom, under the assumption that the easiest thing for me to do would be to ask the next class. That is, if they haven't already finished. Or given up. Much to my surprise, peering into their room seems to have paid off. I'm like, hello? Two girls make conversation inside, both brushing away at the remnants of the afternoon lesson still chalked on the board in front. I head to the door. Excellent. Fucking just says jerk off. Excuse me, would either of you happen to know where I could find a spare mop and bucket? I don't have one. The question itself isn't one I'd particularly dream of asking girls my age. After a quick glance towards one another, almost as if they were conferring silently, they both return their gazes to me. The closer one responds.
I'm not sure. There might be one in the science lab, though.
Alright.
But I don't think anyone goes to clean there.
You never know. Alright, I'll go check. Thanks. I guess you didn't... Departing with the two with a slight bow, I head off in the direction of the science lab. The subject itself has never been my strongest. Far from it. I was okay in science. Not the greatest, not the worst. Just okay. Be average. But given that we don't do much practical work, I'd bet I wasn't the only one here holding a grudge against sitting at a desk just to trace the teacher's notes from board to book. I arrive at the door to the lab, privy to the sounds of the footsteps seeping from the faint gap below the door. Unlike regular classrooms, the labs are walled off from the corridors on each floor, giving those inside a sense of privacy. If there's a teacher in there, then they're bound to know where I can get my hands on the cleaning supplies I need. What a delight. Opening the door, however, grants me a sight I couldn't say I was expecting. What do you mean? Oh, she's just working on things. I mean, it's a lab. Like, were you really not expecting this? Briefly blinded by the rays of sunlight flowing from the windows across the room, a figure of a girl materializes as my eyes adjust to the brightness. I'm just like, ah! Adorned in a flowing white lab coat, her eyes intently study the flask and test tube within the grip of her fingers. What is it? I wonder what's in there. Her entire self oblivious to my presence as she focuses on what's before her. Oh, okay. Resting behind her shoulders, her hair, done neatly into a ponytail, blows softly in a draft from an open window. Despite opting for her glasses as opposed to proper goggles, she seems to have some sense of safety, at least. Don't think the glasses would actually do anything. I got glasses, and you know what? Shit still gets behind them. Taking a closer look as I continue to stand in the doorway without words, her identity makes itself clear to me. Kyoko... Oh, wait, can I click on that? Wait, hold on. Wait, oh, damn, maybe it's just highlighted. I'm gonna try clicking on it anyway. Kyoko Ishikawa, a classmate of mine. Let me click. Oh, I can. Can I click? Oh my god. I have her whole life's fucking story and all sorts of information. God damn. Hold on. Aspiring science. You know what? I'm not even going to read. I don't want to spoil myself if there are spoilers in there for some whatever reason. I don't want to do it. Though I probably will later. I don't know her personally, but it'd be quite I'd be quite oblivious to not know who she was. She's pretty famous around the school, being known for her intelligence. Enough so to top the leaderboards for every test, not just in the school, but even regionally. The more I think about it, the more it makes sense to find her here. It's not a surprise, see? However, with that sense of fame also comes a certain amount of infamy, given the number of people talking about her. What infamy? What do you mean? Rumor has it that a few months ago she was caught cheating. No! But as far as I'm aware, they were nothing but more than allegations. Why would someone who's like super smart even need to cheat? You don't need to do that. I mean, nobody needs to cheat anyway. You losers. Nobody has a real way to get confirmation from her, but nobody made that effort anyway. She herself doesn't talk much. Those nerdy type of girls never do. I guess she's probably just shy.
Huh?
Oh no. I've been creepily watching this whole time. Don't mind me. After accidentally pushing the door open, Kyoko's head turns in my direction, having now spotted me, leaving her slightly shocked by my presence. Perhaps standing here dwelling on her was pretty weird when I could have just spoken up beforehand. Now it just feels awkward. What the hell am I? Sorry, I was just watching you. She looks like a deer caught in the headlights. Speaking up now couldn't hurt. Excuse me. Do you know if there's any cleaning supplies in here? She hesitates for a second, leaving her mouth slightly ajar, only in what I can assume is an attempt to search for words. Soon enough, though, she speaks up.
The cleaning equipment? You had me excited for a second, but I think there's some here.
Excited? I can't see what there's to be excited about. Rather, I'd be kind of annoyed if someone interrupted me. She seemed to be focused on whatever it was she was doing. An experiment of sorts, by the look of it. By the look-sees of it. Yeah. I know that game. I was there. Can I click it again? Can I click? I can click it again. Do I do that? It wouldn't give me spoilers now, would it? Hold on. Aspiring scientist Kyoko prides herself on her ability to control her emotions through the use of logic. I guess this would just be basic information. At least that's what she believes, despite having an overly emotive personality. Uh-oh. She's often mistaken for the quiet type, despite having a lot to say. Oh, jeez. Her inquisitive nature usually leads to chaos, as despite enjoying an experiment or two, she has no concern for health and safety procedures. Oh, boy. Kyoko is the founder and currently the sole member of the science club, and tends to keep to herself, being known around the school for her outstanding intellect. Now I'm scared. And why is that?
Nobody cleans her much.
I can tell from my classroom. No, I meant, what was so exciting? Oh no, Kyoko looks at me with a smile that's all too passionate.
I thought you were here to join the science club.
Oh, you wish. I mean, yes, she does. I'm not quite sure what it is she's expecting me to say, but even after this brief conversation, my image of her as a reserved, quiet girl has been completely shattered. She appears to radiate enthusiasm. This is the science club?
What did you think it was?
As far as I'm aware, what I walked in on was a sole girl conducting an experiment alone after school, not a fully fledged club. I'm pretty sure you need at least 5 members for that. And she's the sole member. The fact that she's conducting experiments without a teacher's supervision, though, is more than enough to tell me she doesn't take the rules very seriously. I mean, I just assume, like, they're like, oh, she's fucking smart. She doesn't need any supervision.
You don't look very impressed.
Then again, she has no regard for health or safety from what the thing said. I can't say I am. After all, I came here so I could finish cleaning the classroom, not to take samples of extracurricular activities. That's because I came here to get a mop and a bucket, not to check out the club.
Okay, I'll go get them now.
Oh, she sounded so sad.
But please, take a seat, at least.
Alright. To be honest, delaying my inevitable return to scrubbing the grime from the classroom floor wouldn't be a bad idea. I may as well just stay here for a while and hear her out. Kyoko quickly returns, supplies in hand, along with a glum expression carried on her face.
I've been trying to get more members, but nobody seems to be interested.
It's just, I mean, science club. I think it's a hard sell.
It's hard to find people who like science.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost as if she's trying to make me feel sympathy for her. For a girl I once thought to be quiet, even shy, she sure seems persistent. The saying, don't judge a book by its cover, comes to mind. After talking to her, though, the image the rumors painted her as doesn't really seem to be true. That higher than thou aura people have talked about behind her back, none of it seems believable anymore. She's just a normal high school girl as far as I can tell.
Would you like a drink? The store is having a special, so I bought as many as I could.
Oh, she's offering me drinks. Next, she's gonna give me a chicken tender and I'm sold. Ooh,
My bag was denser than osmium.
What the shit is... I mean, I where is it? Lay it on me. I was gonna say, I know osmium is an element with the atomic number 76 and an atomic mass of 190.23. It's a hard and brittle metal with one of the lowest levels of abundance in the Earth's crust. Osmium is the densest naturally occurring element, hence Kyoko's joke. Fun fact, osmium readily forms osmium tetroxide, which is highly toxic. Luckily, Kyoko knows that. No regard for safety. Her science joke, while more of a reference, is completely lost on me. Placing a small rucksack on the desk in front, she pulls out a can of soda from an unholy pile stuffed inside. There's no way that can be healthy.
This one's a drink for the intellectuals. The chosen ones.
Does that mean I'm a chosen one? I'm not sure whether I should find that funny, but Kyoko stands before me, moving her gaze to meet mine.
I'm not going to drink them all. I just bought them in case anyone came to join the club.
That's kind of sad. I appreciate the offer, but I should really get back to cleaning duty. Saying it hurts a little, given the look on her face, but joining a club really isn't my priority right now.
Please? I've only met one other person interested in joining, and she doesn't even go to this school.
Then since she can't, can she even join then? Her eyes are masked with the look of sadness as they stare at me point blank. Saying she looks sad would be easier. Walking out on her at this point would make me feel just bad. I guess I can at least consider it. That should get her off my case for now.
Yo, try it out?
She's gonna come for you. She's gonna find you if you if you don't give her an answer. Sure, I guess. From that, her face beams with happiness as her lips curl up into a smile. I can't remember the last time I saw one so genuine. And somehow so cute, almost innocent. All you have to say is she'll try out the club, and she's fucking just happy. Can't say I'm good at science or that keen on it really, but staying here for a while couldn't hurt, could it?
Thank you. I mean, welcome to the club.
Not quite. Just I couldn't say that I expected this. Far from it. From the outside, and the little I knew of her, Kyoko didn't seem like a person to get this work. Oh, burp! Whew. It's that drink. Getting this worked up about a stranger joining her club. Even though we're classmates, it's not like we know each other well. However, in a way, her actions are charming. She really doesn't seem like a bad person.
Anyway, you were after the cleaning equipment, right?
Yes! Yes! It's not as if I've forgotten. Yeah, I should probably get back to that.
If you don't mind, I'll come with you.
Oh, okay.
I'm supposed to be on cleaning duty anyway.
It was you! So she's the one who ran off. I don't know whether this is a coincidence or just sheer karma on her part. I'm glad I didn't really say anything bad. Rising from my seat, Kyoko too gets ready to join me on our adventure. She rests her lab coat on a nearby desk. The two of us, now ready to make our way back to class to finish off the responsibilities handed to us, leave the room. Well, for the most part, the responsibilities handed to me. Oh, Jesus. As we head out into the corridor, I accidentally bump into a passing student. A girl, about Kyoko's height. Kyoko herself takes a step backwards, almost behind me, as the girl in front now faces me with a rather irate glare.
How about you watch where you're going, will you?
Wow. Kind of a little... Look, I just stepped out, okay? No need to be angry. Inside, I feel like I should be saying that too. Her head turns to face Kyoko, who has now tucked herself away behind me.
Oh. It's you. I'm sorry to have bothered you.
Darting her eyes back to me, her expression reverts to the same look of anger as before. Whoa! As she walks away down the corridor, my mind wanders as a feeling of recognition floats about without coming to fruition. Bluntly put, I feel as if I know who she is. Kyoko sighs behind me, sliding out from the door and taking a step by my side. You know who that was? Nodding beside me, a downcast look coats Kyoko's face. Ooh.
Naomi Sato, class 3-3.
God, she sounds so upset. Hold on, let me see this. Let me look at my encyclopedia of stalker knowledge. Alright, birthday, height. Oh, she's got one paragraph. Naomi's a girl with plenty of passion, most of which she puts into her attitude. Extremely popular, even to those of the same sex. She isn't afraid of conversation, however, despite her popularity, her social circle is quite limited. She is the captain of the athletics team when she isn't having her say over every sporting club in the school. She'd be considered a tomboy by most outsiders, but those who know her are privy to her innermost girlish quirks. Alright. We learn something new every day. You mean the Naomi Sato? The?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really get along with her.
I mean, she said sorry for bothering you. Like, no wonder. I thought I knew her at first. In fact, for most guys, it'd be a crime not to. Her name gets around a lot. I'm fairly certain her name topped the boys' list for the most attractive girl in the year. And the girls' list too. However, whatever it is, something is clearly going on between her and Kyoko. I can't just ignore that, but perhaps it would be better not to get myself too involved. I mean, we just met him, right? It's not... We shouldn't even be delving into anything until we get this goddamn classroom cleaned. Both of them are well known around the school. Kyoko for her intelligence and Naomi for her popularity. And looks. Anyway, shall we be going to the club? Or the classroom? Fuck!
Okay.
He's thinking about the club for some reason. Trying her hardest to regain her enthusiasm, Kyoko trails alongside me as we continue down the corridor. Me carrying the mop and bucket, and her striding along at my side with a now somewhat relaxed expression. Whatever the situation is with Naomi, it's concerning, but getting involved is a different question. Don't even need to worry about it. It's fine. We don't need to, not even need to care right now. We're just starting the game. A short while later, after mopping the floor to an extent we were both satisfied with, we stand alone in the otherwise empty but clean classroom.
I feel as if we accomplished something. Like an experiment. Done well.
I wouldn't know how that feels, but maybe now she'll attend cleaning duty as she's supposed to. Now that she's here, though, I can't bring myself to complain. It was good to finally have some company. I still like to think it was mostly me doing everything and I just talked to her. Are you usually this talkative? I ask simply because she seems overly energetic cleaning a grubby classroom. Seeing how she acted earlier, I find it hard to believe she's like this around everyone. Especially for someone who doesn't talk much to those around her.
I've never really had the chance to speak to many people.
Nah, don't do it. People are garbage.
So, today has been fun.
And at least I'm not like a bad person, so I guess I'm an okay guy to talk to. Alright, fair enough.
No! Now's the part where you're supposed to give me your number and say a cheesy quote to make me feel better about myself.
Why the fuck would I do that? I'm not sure how the world works in her mind, but she looks at me quizzically before resting her arms at her side.
Never mind, but I am going to need your number. You're joining the science club, right?
Yeah, putting it under the gaze of the science club. I didn't say I wouldn't. I grab a nearby notebook from a random desk and tear out a sheet of paper, only to scribble my number onto the vast white space. Perhaps I should apologize to whoever's book this is. I literally just grabbed a random notebook. I didn't even grab mine. God damn it. Somehow I can't help but feel that Kyoko has been kind of waiting for someone to join the club like this. In a way, thinking about it makes me feel sorry for her. Dude, that's how she's gonna get me in. I'm gonna just feel sorry for I can only feel bad for not being that interested in science, but at least I can give her moral support as she does whatever she does there.
There. Done.
Kyoko proudly presents her phone to me, showing that she's now added me as a contact.
I've spelled your name right, haven't I?
I hope you can spell jerk off pretty easily. Yep, that's right.
I'll send you a picture later so you can add me to yours.
A picture? What do you mean? Do you have to send like a picture for it to just bing bong here in my phone? Man, the technology, I don't understand it these days. I'm too old. She stands before me, a smile spread across her face as the evening sunlight trickles in through the classroom windows, brushing her cheeks as they glow softly. Guess it's getting pretty late. And then I say it, gal, I guess it's getting pretty late. Saying my thoughts aloud, Kyoko nods in agreement as we both exit the room, disregarding to put away the cleaning equipment. That and whatever experiment she was up to beforehand. Alright, we're walking out together. I've made a friend. As we As we exit the school grounds, Kyoko's soft footsteps ring out faintly amongst our almost silent surroundings. Spare the sounds of day-to-day life. I guess it shows how long we were cleaning for. I could swear that there were still club activities going on when we started. How the hell long did it take us? The evening sky blankets us in the spring air as we stand together at the school gates.
You're coming to the science club tomorrow, right? Don't forget.
It's not like I could after our novel introduction and all the begging involved to rope me in. At the end of the day, maybe something like this would be nice. Maybe I could find some ambition, even if science isn't my strong suit. Don't worry, I'm not going to skip my first club meeting.
You make that sound as if you're planning on skipping some, though.
No. For the first time in a while, I laugh. In turn, Kyoko's mock frown shifts to a soft but truthful smile. I'll see you tomorrow, Kyoko.
I'll be waiting for you. We're classmates after all.
She could literally just like wait for me. After school, it's like, you going to the club? Oh, shit.
I'll see you tomorrow, too.
All right. Our paths, despite parted by our departures, are now closer together as clubmates. I turn to see Kyoko's figure in the distance, almost silhouetted by the evening sun. Calling it picturesque wouldn't be far-fetched. Guess I'm a member of the science club now. Who would have thought? Who would have fucking thought? Oh, I don't really get along with her, Kyoko.
I thought you were here to join the science club.
I'll be skipping training too, so don't feel too bad.
Hello? Have I returned? Oh, Jesus. Oh, I thought I was creeping in on her again. Man, the intro was like very quiet. I'm gonna have to crank that all the way up. I'm talking like a bajillion octaves. Passing over as quickly as they'd started, the dispersal of the class marks the end of our morning sessions, reinforced by the brief chime of the bell. I almost read crime. I don't know. Leaning back in my chair with a stretch. Ooh, the stretch! Almost to wring out the lethargy built up inside, I too rise from my seat. I guess now wouldn't be a bad time to get lunch, even if I'm not that hungry. Stepping out into the corridor, the usual chatter flows through as people make their way out of the classes one by one to join the mass crowds heading into the stairwells. Based on how late classes already actually finished, I have no doubts that the cafeteria will be busy. Dude, I'd be eating. Thinking of my new acquaintance, or rather clubmate, I've noticed how Kyoko opts either to stay in class or head elsewhere for lunch. Not that as if it matters, but assuming she heads to the science labs to eat, really, that wouldn't be unreasonable. Mentioning it, I'll be getting to know the room pretty well myself in the coming days, now that I've committed to joining. I like how it's like, I'll check it out, but no promises. And then it's like, nope, I'm in now. Based on how enthusiastic she was about it, it wouldn't be too far of a stretch to think she'd wait for me to turn up no matter what. Pulling out now isn't an option. Pulling out's always an option. No, even though I can't see myself doing that to her, spending time with her might actually boost my grades. I mean, she is a genius. I'll have a front row view of the school's smartest doing science right before my eyes. Even if I'm not too into it, she certainly is. Whatever doing science involves. I always like doing science. That, and she seems like a nice person. Perhaps it'll be even fun. I continue my journey towards the cafeteria. Just one out of the many students now amassed in this narrow hallway. Walking through the doors to the cafeteria, the sight of the people swathed around the rows of tables greets my eyes. As expected, it's quite busy here. This looks like a way better version of the cafeteria from Sounds of Her Love, actually. Students from the first two third years crowd around eating and chatting. The scene itself somehow seems too familiar, as if I'm expecting to find Kyoko eating her lunch in the corner by herself. However, I'm certain she stayed behind to eat in class. I would have seen her. Plus, I've established she's not that type of person. Taking the situation into consideration, it'd probably be best to buy something from the vending machines. Alright, let's see what we got here. Funyuns? Ooh, I could go for some Funyuns. I haven't had Funyuns in a long time. The line for food is almost a metaphor in and of itself, but personally I don't find what's on offer good. I've never been a fan of beef sandwiches. Imported from abroad, you son of a bitch. Your name is Jerkoff. How the fuck can you not like beef sandwiches? Jerkoff is me, and I love beef. I love sticking beef in my mouth and having it inside me. Domestic cuisine is more than enough. Reaching into my pocket, I feel around for any loose coins. The pang of realization hits me as my fingers rummage around inside looking for any hints of change. Do I not have any fucking money? Damn it. The only option now is to head back to class. Could have sat down somewhere and joined in with one of the many groups. But even then, I'll be the only one without food. And that is never a good feeling. when you're just sitting there alone. And you have no food and everyone is eating. Turning around, I make my way out of the cafeteria with a less than stellar expression of neutrality on my face as I watch myself pass by the glass frame posters on the wall. No food. Guess I'll just starve to death. The corridor is filled by a state close to silence as I walk down, listening to my footsteps. tapping against the hard floor below. Dust wafts around in the warm spring air, glowing in the afternoon sun, now shining through windows lining the walls. For now, all I can do is wait around in class for afternoon lessons to start. If I'm lucky, I can find someone to talk to there. As I take my next step down the corridor, a hand clasps around my shoulder tightly, pulling me back. Ah! No, don't hurt me! If I'd managed to get some lunch, I'm fairly certain I would have shat myself.
Where do you think you're going?
Don't beat me up! What are you giving me? Are you giving me lunch? If you are, that's nice. Still like defensive. Hey! As I'm spun around by my shoulder, before me stands Naomi Sato with a sharp glare on her face. The very same Naomi Sato from yesterday. The popular, attractive, and in my opinion, somewhat rude Naomi Sato. If it wasn't for yesterday, I wouldn't have recognized her with her sporting her new getup, hair done into a ragged ponytail as the lengths in front of her eyes flow down to her chest. Don't go. You're going down there. I don't think I've seen her like this before.
I have something I want to ask you.
I can't possibly think what she wants to ask about after yesterday. Maybe she's just pissed that I bumped into her.
You were hanging about with Kyoko yesterday, weren't you?
Yes. And what if I was? The entire thing is none of her business, after all. Especially since my tie is now firmly within her grip. Almost enough to choke me if she pleased. See, I didn't think that was a tie. I thought she was like handing me some food. But no, that's my tie. Now that I actually get a zoomed in. Oh shit, can I like do this number? I can't do this number. Damn it. Damn it. Now that I'm looking at it zoomed in, yeah, that's my tie. Oh Jesus, this is even more wee-woo than I thought it was. I thought she was being nice. Maybe that's just my brain trying to, like, benefit of the doubt me. Dude, she even has the same bow. What the hell was I thinking? God, am I, like... Am I... What's wrong with me? Brain. Interrogating people doesn't help. Why does it matter to you anyway? Standing my ground doesn't particularly help the situation. She continues to stare at me with a look of more than pissed as my tie is pulled tight around my neck. I'm gonna die here. Just what is her problem?
I just want to know why she's hanging around with you. That's all.
You jealous?
And why does it matter if it matters to me?
Well, what does it matter if it matters to you? If it matters to me, what matters to you? To me. Because it seems as if you have a problem. Whoa! She's humphed me twice. Naomi pulls down on my tie, further tightening it around my neck. Ah! I've joined the science club, all right? What's wrong with that?
The science club? So that's what she's up to.
What she's up to.
If I was you, I'd stay away from her.
Why?
That's not just advice, either.
Well, I don't see a problem with her. Basking in the afternoon sunlight, I appear to be getting threatened by the most popular girl in school. Ah, some would dream of this moment. If this is what she's really like, then she really ticks all the cliches. Or unless it's just me she has a problem with. The more I stand here, the more I think that's the case. Her eyes still fixed toward mine, carrying an uncannily natural sense of anger as she still clutches my tie tightly, frowning all the while. Luckily enough, we're the only ones around the corridor. Lunch doesn't end for a while, so nobody's around to witness us. You know, I've never had a girl this close to me before. I can almost feel her breath against my face. She's close enough that I could probably kiss you. Ah, yes, be weird about it. That'll get her away from us. She pushes me back despite remaining hold of my tie. Damn it! I thought that would have gotten her to let go completely. It's like she's intentionally trying to choke me. What was that for?
You're being disgusting!
It was a plan.
You can't just say things like that!
Just, again, plan. I was joking.
I haven't got time for your jokes. I asked you a question, alright?
And I answered your questions. I told you I'm at the science club. Why would a popular girl like you have an issue with Kyoko anyway?
That's none of your concern! I don't have an issue.
Sounds like you do.
And how does a guy like you know who I am? What's your name?
Everyone knows what your name is. Also, you don't want to hear my name because then you'll just assume I'm a pervert. Naomi yanks on my tie. All right! I'm jerk off. Whoa! You're the captain of the track team. Everyone knows who you are. See? Releasing me from her grip. My tie falls to my chest as Naomi remains with her eyes fixed in my direction, now seeming somewhat calmer.
Dealing with Kyoko is not worth your time. That's all.
It's kind of mean.
Telling you bluntly is the only way you'd understand.
Uh-huh. A bit too bluntly, I might add. Naomi rests her hands at her side, still facing me with less than a pleased expression. I don't think choking me has made it any clearer. I didn't even recognize you with that new hairstyle at first.
You like it?
Why does it matter? I guess it suits you, I suppose.
Ew!
Doesn't help that I'm, like, sort of complimenting her while my name is Jerkoff. The life of Scott Jerkoff, I'm telling you. Her face contorts in response to my compliment. I guess she really doesn't like me.
Just leave Kyoko alone. She's not someone you should be involved with.
It's like you want everyone to stay away. Are you, like, protecting her? Or are you just actually, like, angry at her for some reason? Okay, bye. I should probably be the one saying that, given how she acted yesterday and her overly inquisitive actions today. Realizing it, though, has given Naomi enough time to make her way halfway down the corridor. Well, what a great way to introduce yourself. That's 2 great character introductions. For someone who's supposed to be popular, she certainly has a unique personality. Now that she's confirmed my suspicions, it's clear enough that there is something happening between Kyoko and Naomi. Despite having just met them both, it's more than concerning. It seems as if Naomi herself doesn't like Kyoko, so standing around and watching doesn't seem like the best idea. Then again, getting involved in it isn't the best one either. I didn't know that I'd have to put up with this after joining the science club. But if anyone is able to clear this up, it'd be Kyoko. I should probably talk to her about it. Dude, she like... Naomi just... What if she just like... makes everyone not join the science club because that'd be like near Kyoko. Dude, that's fucked up. Making my way back to class, the glistening sunlight shines in the reflection from the polished floor below. The journey's just begun. You're telling me. He's not someone you should be involved with. I'll involve myself with whoever I want. Alright? I'll have no qualms. Don't judge me. Good start. Man, good start already. Really though, you already know when a game lets you name yourself. That just makes the game already like 1,000,000 points better. You know what I mean? I don't know why. Maybe it's because I named myself Jerkoff and every single time. Scott Jerkoff. I should have done that. I should have just did Scott Jerkoff. Like, just one thing. God damn it. You know what? Missed an opportunity. It'll be fine. I'll do that every time from now on. Even if it, like, has me put in a last name. I'll just put Scott Jerkoff. Jerkoff.